Hi, hello, and welcome to the stream. My name is tmaaz. This is the Construction Zone. How the heck are you doing? How's your day? How are things? How's stuff? I hope your day is going well. I hope you are doing well. Happy appropriate time zones. I hope things are going well for you. It is currently absolutely dumping down rain here right now. It is raining so hard outside. There is a hum inside the house, and it's quite loud on the roof. Yeah, it is just pouring down rain here. And it's oddly enough not knocking the temperature down. It's still just ridiculously hot outside. So it's both hot and raining at the same time. So yeah, that's what we've got going on here. But a rainy day like that is a perfect day to pour yourself a beverage of choice, curl up in front of the screen, and just zone out and relax. And yeah, just have some downtime. And glad you're here and that we can do that together. So. As you can see up here on the big bright and shiny screen, we are going to be getting into Palia once more. And as it says down in the doobly-doo, we are going to be getting into the Royal Highlands story continuing. We are going to keep digging through the Royal Highlands. We are quite a ways into the new storyline. We have met the new prince, whose name is escaping me at the moment. We'll figure it out when we get back over there. We see him. But yeah, we're I just noticed there is a logo down in the bottom left hand corner of my screen for Pretzel. They are the company who provides the music here. Yeah, wonderful service. If you go to pretzel.rocks, they provide DMCA safe music for streamers, which means we don't get copyright strikes. We don't get, threatening letters from lawyers for using somebody's music as background. Yeah, great company. Just yeah, can't say enough good things about him. The odd thing is though that logo is supposed to be animated. It's supposed to be moving, and it's not for some reason. And I don't know why. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Let's try this. If I refresh that. Nah, that's just gonna sit there apparently. So yeah, I'm not sure what's happening with that. Can I alter? No, can't alter it either. It is just sitting there. All right, so with that being said, you know, if something wasn't broken on my stream, I would be shocked, surprised. Yeah, we are going to go ahead and jump into the gameplay. So please feel free to get cozy, get comfy, grab a snack, grab something, favorite beverage to drink, and let's just have some fun, spend some time together, relaxing. So let me push a few buttons here. We will flip the monitor around and we will get into the game. All right, here we are. It's me. It's a me. It actually does kind of resemble me. The glasses are right. The hair is nowhere near that black or that thick anymore. It used to be. There used to be a time where my hair was pitch black. So black, in fact, that when I went outside and the sun was out, the top of my head would get to the point it would be so hot, it would be hot to the touch. Yeah, I used to have just absolutely midnight black, pitch black hair. Now it is salt and pepper, getting to the point where there's more salt than pepper. I do still have my full beard though. I do have a beard, trimmed short like that. But yeah, the sides of my character's hair are much more current than the top. But anyway, oh, let's turn the game volume on. I just realized it's being awfully quiet. About 75, that should work. And we're going to turn the background music off because the game does have its own music, so we don't want to have competing music playing. There we go. All right. Seeing that picture made me laugh. Today I was on social media, and there was somebody who had posted that said, dear game developers, if you're going to put a waterfall in a game, I automatically assume that you have put something like a cave behind the waterfall. Don't disappoint me. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I couldn't agree more. It's like whenever I see a waterfall, I immediately try to go through it, behind it, around it. I automatically assume there's something behind it. And to be quite honest, in real life, I'm kind of like that too. It's like if I was ever somewhere where there were waterfalls, I would probably be brave enough to be like, you know, I wonder if we can get around the water and see what's back there. So yeah, just if we're ever out adventuring, please know that I'm going to try to get behind the waterfall. All right, let's see. Here we are here at home. This is I have named my little corner of the world here Firefly Valley. Go through here, and there's a little sign here that says that, I believe. Yeah, Firefly Valley. So yeah, this is our humble abode. If you haven't been to the stream before, this is my house and my yard. Inside the house here, this is the main sitting room. I have my office over here with a desk, and like a lot of the achievements and awards and things are up on the walls, and on the shelves and whatnot. I do have a jukebox in here, which is kind of fun. Um, and then across the hall on this side is my bedroom. Nothing too fancy schmancy, just pictures of friends and loved ones up on the walls. A ridiculous number of stuffed animals because this game keeps giving them to me even though I didn't ask for them, and I don't know what to do with them. So I just keep throwing them in my bedroom. The formal dining area, we've got a nice fireplace in here. We got a bay window, plates, dishes, stuff like that setting out. And then here we have the kitchen. In the back of the kitchen, we have a pantry with a lockbox in there. On this side, we have the more standard dining area, the non-formal dining area. This is where I would, just sit and eat and whatnot. Fireplace in here too, because you gotta love a fireplace. And then on this side is kind of like the mud room. If there were laundry machines, this would be the laundry room. It's just kind of like where I've got like vegetables and plants and things that I'm working on in the garden and whatnot. Just, kind of an entryway to knock the dirt off my boots and stuff before I come in the house. But yeah, that is my house. It's simple, it's small, but it's just me, so I don't need some big fancy thing. It's just me here. Over on this side, we've got a water pump. As you can see, over here, the pipe goes over into the pond over here. We've got our water storage container there. The windmill helps pump the water out for us. We have a little Zen garden over on this side in this alcove. Out in the yard, we've got a little picnic area here. We've got our telescope for looking up at the stars pointed up between the trees there. A little bench back there to kind of rock in. A garden bench. Back in this corner, we have we made kind of a pavilion back here so that we could do cookouts. We've got a fire there. We've got a grill in the back. There's a food prep table there. So yeah, we got a little place where we can come out and have picnics and whatnot. Behind the house here, there is an old mine car that we've put there. A pergola. Over here, we have a bunch of just extra storage and whatnot, things we're working on. A bunch of these characters we have extras of. They're just sitting out here until because I can't sell them, so I don't know what to do with them. Over here, we do have our fire and our anvil for working on our tools. Here we have for crafting tools. We've got wood cutters for making planks. We have it's a loom for making fabric. We have our crafting table. And then over on this side, we have our forges and our smelters for making glass and refining minerals. And here we have another crafting bench. On the outside, we have some composts. We have some seed machines. I forget what those are actually called. What is that called? It's a seed collector. So basically, I guess it would like spin the items that are in there and the seeds would fall out into the bag in the front. And then these are preserve machines. They are currently making preserves for us. And here is, we got a little wishing well here that we get water out of. And then here is our garden, which needs to be weeded. It perpetually seems to need to be weeded. There's constantly weeds in here. I also need to water, so let's pull all the weeds really quick and clean this up so it doesn't look like such a mess. There we go. I think that's all the weeds. All right, let's get our watering can out here. that's ready to harvest. We'll go ahead and, whoops. All right, that was the last of that. So we need to replant our pumpkins. Let's go grab one of those real quick. Pumpkin seeds are right here. Oop. All right, let's go plant that really quick. There we go. And we will put the fertilizer back down. Because for some reason, whenever you plant something, it swipes out your fertilizer. Okay, back to watering. There we go. Water the brand new pumpkin. Oops, that's got weeds hidden inside of it. Pull those. I don't see any more. Water the apple tree. It looks like our cotton is ready to harvest. That's good. Bean plants, doing good. Let's water our tomatoes. Those are doing good. Water the onions. And the potatoes over here. There we go. Looks much better. Everything's cleaned up. Everything's growing well. Everything's fertilized. We'll refill our water container. There we go. Put that away. And, oh, what time is it? 6 o'clock in the evening. Okay, both of our preserve machines are running, so they probably don't have room. Yeah, they're working on apples. So we'll grab that because that one's done. We'll grab that because that one's done. But apples take like an hour a bottle, so those are going to be running probably for the next few days. Our seed machine has gathered seeds for us. We'll pull those and put them away. Go. Those are all star quality, which means that it will harvest. We will reap star quality. All right, so let's see. We've got wheat seed. So that stocks us back up for that. Napa cabbage. Oh yeah, we only had one left. Good, good, good. So that stocks us back up. Yeah, onions, we only had a couple left of that. So, and potatoes. Yep, only had a couple. So perfect. That stocked us back up on pretty much everything. And now what we will do is we're going to throw this pumpkin in here so that it doesn't go in with the rest of our usual storage. And we will know that we need to process that into preserves. There you go. So that'll sit in there. Just like these beans. These beans need to be processed. So yeah, I think that's all good. How are we doing on fertilizer? Right, we've got a little more fertilizer. And some more glowworms. Perfect. Now let's go over to here. Keep that stocked up with eggs so it keeps making fertilizer. All right, I think we've got all of our housework done. I got on earlier and I went and fed the animals at the barn so that we didn't have to spend a lot of time doing that. So I think we're going to throw these weeds into the resale bin. We're going to get a whole 60 coins for that. For some weeds. You know, you can't really complain about that. I'm going to hand you some weeds and you're going to give me gold for that. Okay. So yeah, I think we got everything done around the house. It is 7 p.m. The last time I streamed the game, I had mentioned that off stream, I was going to do some legwork that needed to be done behind the scenes. And I did get some of that done. I went to areas that I have already visited within the Royal Highlands and went hunting. And I burned through like stacks of arrows trying to get the masks, the missing masks that I needed. So I now have at least one of each mask. Um, the ones the ones that I still need a star version of is the Terraflow and the Hydraflow, and I ended up with, I think, 7 or 8 of each of these masks, and I still have not gotten a star quality Terraflow or Hydraflow mask. It's just those are going to be the bane of my existence trying to find those. One thing that did happen while I was over there was I happened to walk past a what do you call it? A campsite. And as I walked past the campsite, I did a double take and realized that there was a backpack sitting there. And when I walked up and picked up the backpack, it had the beans on toast recipe that we needed. And so I did make that. And because we already had captured Heartdrop Mantis, I have the final 2 items we need to finish the Riffrock quest for feeding the Riffrock. So we're going to go ahead and do that to get these items out of my inventory, and we will complete that quest. Then once that's done, we'll go back over to the Royal Highlands. So I've restocked on my arrows. I got everything back up to a pretty decent level. Yeah, so I think we are good to go. Fishing. We don't need a fishing attachment. I'm wearing. This ring grants a small bonus to Amber Echo collection from all sources. So anything we capture we're going to get additional Amber Echo for it. Our horse is now El Diablo, also known as Twinkie. If you don't know the backstory of that, you're going to have to watch one of the older videos from YouTube or from the VOD collection. It is a personal story, a long personal story about taking my daughters to ride horses one time, and I was convinced that I was going. I do not like animals that are larger than me. I think horses are beautiful and wonderful and amazing from a distance. I don't need to be close to them. But my daughter wanted to go horseback riding for her birthday, and so I summoned up the courage to ride a horse. And so we went to a horse ranch, and as we were walking up, I was absolutely convinced in my head that I was going to get a horse named El Diablo, and it was going to just be a monster. And when I walked up and got on the horse, it turned out that my horse, in fact, was named Twinkie. not El Diablo, which my children thought were so funny they nearly fell off their horses laughing at me. And so in the game, at least, my horse's name is El Diablo. But funny enough, it is the same color as the horse I rode, which is pretty much looks like a Twinkie. So yeah, so that's that whole backstory that you don't need to now watch the VOD because I just told it again for like the 4th time. Anyway, yeah, so we are going to go into town. We're going to go to the farm. We're going to finish that, what is it on the right-hand side there? Brewed to Perfection. That is that's the quest we're going to complete. And then once that's done, we are going to head back to the Royal Highlands. And we will continue with that storyline because I've been really wanting to get back on stream and keep playing because like I've said this many times, I'm not intentionally continuing in the storyline off stream. I'm only doing, I'll let them run off. I'm only doing it while streaming. And so, yeah, Yeah, I've been wanting to get back on stream so I could continue with the storyline. Oh, we are jittering something awful today. Alright. We're just gonna cut through town here. Oh, just past Zeki. What time is it? 9:30 in the evening. Everybody's probably at the pub right now, so this will be a good time to run over and take care of this. At the farm. Oh. Hi. I said everybody's gonna be at the, and like literally everybody's over here. All right, so there's somebody else standing here. That is the riff rock, right there. The bird horse looking animal. The fact that it doesn't have wings surprises me, like a Pegasus. In my head, I figured they had wings like a Pegasus. But anyway, interact. There is the... Oh no, we needed wisteria tea. We already did the beans on toast. I'm missing this. I thought I was missing the beans on toast. Okay, cancel there. Okay, there. Heart drop mantis. Okay, contribute that. So we're still one short. We need wisteria tea. And I don't have the recipe for that. Okay, so I guess we can move this over to our food because we already have one. Is there a chest out here? Is there a chest over by the store? Shoot, I was hoping there was a chest here so I could see what's in my storage. Do they sell? No. Recipes? No, I already have all of them. Items? Yeah. I would have swore that what we needed was the beans on toast. It was the tea. All right, we have an ad break that's going to be starting here in just a minute. Just as a heads up, if you are a Prime subscriber, you don't have to deal with the ads, and being a Prime subscriber, all you have to do is, if you have Amazon Prime, all you have to do is connect your Twitch account to your Prime account. Since Amazon owns Twitch, connecting those two basically just seams them together. And then once you do that, once a month you get a free subscription to any channel you want to use it on. And so if you feel so compelled, you can use your free subscription right here on my channel. If that is something you'd like to do. It doesn't cost you a penny, and it helps support me and my channel and what I do here. Yeah. Oh, hey, it looks like Frosty showed up. That's nice. Wait, did I pass? I did. I passed the doorway. I was so busy talking, I just kept running right past the house. That's funny. It's like when you get engaged with a conversation with somebody while you're driving your car and you completely miss your exit on the highway. Okay, let's see. What did Frosty have to say? Oh, Frosty was just mentioning that that there is an ad break going on. That's all. Yeah, Frosty didn't do the usual storyline intro, but it did catch up. It's here now, and it's doing its thing. So let's see. The ads are running. I have a feedback monitor now patched in, so I can see the stream, what it looks like for somebody who doesn't have isn't subbed to the channel, so I can see what it looks like from the other side, and so I can see the ads that are running right now. And oddly enough, the first ad was for Amazon. So yeah. All right, so we're back at the house. I'm just gonna double check and look in my food part of my locker here, because I would have sworn I had all the items. Oh, do this. Everything WIS. I have royal wisteria. And I have twisted tree seed. Royal wisteria. So that's what's used to make the tea. But I can't put this in the seed collector and get the seeds from it. It doesn't work that way. It's not an active item. It's just gatherable. Okay, so we don't have the tea. So what that means is we need to head back to the Royal Highlands. And while we are there, we need to keep an eye out for the two words. Hard. We need to keep an eye out for the campsites, because we need to find the backpack that has the recipe for wisteria tea in it. Speaking of which, hold on 1 second here. Just we're gonna stand right here for just a second. I am going to very quickly look up the wisteria tea recipe. Okay, so to make it, I need 1 royal wisteria and 1 Dari clove. I am really glad I found that. Okay, so the reason I was looking that up is because now I can go here, gatherable, one of those, and Dari cloves are this. No. DAR. There we go. One of those. Right, we're going to carry those with us so that once we find the recipe, we can immediately make it. Aha. All right, so we have the items we need. Oh, we just came back from being in town. How are we doing on our... Ooh, our watering can is over halfway down. Our bow is about at least a quarter, if not a third down. we should probably run into town really quick and fix those. So, sorry, I just realized that. Wanted to make sure that we have fully repaired tools before we head out on a quest. So I could do them at home, but then before I do it, I'd have to make the repair kits. And the repair kits, it seems like a whole lot more effort than just running into town and getting them repaired. I also feel like it probably costs more in the long run. All right, quick hop into town. What time is it? It's 1:30 in the morning in game. All right, run past the governor's office really quick, the mayor's office. And we'll go to the forge. Repair our tools. Everything's at 100%. Now we'll run over to the stables. And we will head out to the Royal Highlands. All right, here we are at the Royal Highlands. Let's take a quick look at the map. We're going to zoom out. We're going to see if, one of the campsites is marked. So we can run over to that campsite really quick. I found out from someone, it was in one of the chat or one of the Palia groups. Someone had mentioned that once you find a campsite that's active, from that point forward, anytime that campsite is active again, it will just automatically show up on your map. You no longer have to go there to make it show up. So being at a campsite, and if it's not active, nothing happens. But if you go to a campsite and it is an active campsite at that point, from that point forward, it will always show up on your map as the active campsite, which I thought was awesome. So yeah, so we're right there. We can real quick, we can just run down here. We're gonna stick a marker in it. Let's grab El Diablo. Hello, my good friend. Let's go for a ride. See, what's the best way to get there? I think we can... There's a low point in the wall we should be able to jump over. Okay, oh, it's over this way. Yeah, it's this one. Okay. I was like, wait, I forgot. I put my marker a little bit further away from it. All right, let's hop off. There is... Oh, there's a backpack, y'all. Oh, fingers crossed, everybody. Please let it be Wisteria tea. 10 Royal Heather. Is the recipe going to be hidden in here? No, Amadeus's crest. All right. I was really hoping. And nobody left it sitting on the grill. Do we have anything we could make on here? Beans on toast. We could leave somebody... should we leave somebody some stew? Do we? We don't have a lot of flotatoes. Let's not do something so expensive. Wheat, sugar, and copa nuts. We only have 9 of those. Oysters. Yeah. We'll make some grilled oysters and we'll leave them for somebody. Okay. So well, let's see, where are we? We're up here. No, we're up here. Let's get rid of that marker. Could hop over there, I guess. Where is that? Let's jump off our horse since we're about to run off a cliff here. I doubt they would put the other ones so close, but it's worth a shot. Yeah, it's not here. This is a potential campsite spot. Let's see, where's the other one? Up this way. Isn't there one up by... I stopped just in time. Holy cow. How about we back up a little bit? I thought there was one like over there. Yeah, there's one like over in this area somewhere. But we can turn that marker off. Oh wait, is that it right there? Right above my head? Turn the camera on. How do I do the camera? Secondary tools. Camera. Zoom in. Yeah, I think it's like here. I don't see anything. Unless it's hidden behind here. avoid the animals that always charge us. Oh, that's an amber. The tree surrounded by amber. Hello, that's gold. It keeps trying to come at me. Every time that thing tries to come at me. I don't know why the fire I don't know what, oh, that was, I thought that was in the game. That was a really loud crash of thunder outside. I was like, what in the world is that? Oh, it's not in the game. Somebody's hunting over there. There's no campsite here. Okay, so we'll leave the campsite as a backup quest. Let's fly over there and we'll head up into the northern part of the northern part of the Royal Highlands to continue the storyline. There we go. Let's grab our horse. All right, Twinkie, or El Diablo, let's go this way. If you're not familiar with the game, that... Oh, hold on. Stop. There's something... There we go. That is a rather large chunk of... Whoops. Missed. Yeah, jadium. Sorry, I started like 3 sentences there and didn't finish any of them. I meant to say that's a rather large chunk of jadium. And then what I was saying earlier was, for those of you who are not familiar with the game, as I was riding through that tunnel, there was a glowing sphere hanging in the middle of the air there. Those, while you're riding your horse, those will appear. And if you are, let me get back on my horse here. If you look over to the left-hand side of my horse, there is basically the power bar. Each time I click forward, it goes faster. Each time I click S, it goes slower. But if you are riding full tilt, like all the way up the top of your power bar, it starts depleting, just like when you sprint. So if you're doing that, these glowing things here are spaced out exactly far enough that if you're sprinting, you will just reach those and it'll replenish your sprint bar. So you can just basically keep sprinting the whole time. It's pretty cool. Okay, I think we need to be on foot for this. So we need to go to the Formay Amphitheater, is what the quest is telling us. Now, is it that one or is it the other one? It's the one we are looking to... Okay, the other one is called the Forum. This is called the Amphitheater. And the prince is there. His name is Echelon. So we need to go find out what... I think Echelon wants us to get into this door that's underneath the steps that we saw earlier. So let's go have a talk with, I think it's Prince Echelon. think that was his name. Oh. Okay, I just got knocked out of midair. A voice suddenly crackles to life in your bag. Excuse me? You quickly retrieve the short-range communicator. Oh, okay. It's I forgot we had walkie-talkies with us. It's Sabira. I'm like, what? That would have actually been pretty scary if I was flying on my glider and all of a sudden a voice started talking to me from my backpack. Okay, so I pull the... I apparently fall out of the sky and I pull my walkie-talkie out to talk to Sabira. tmaaz, come in. Can you hear me? A ghost. Who's there? Loud and clear. Sabira. Sabira? Yes, I apologize if I startled you. Oh, not bad. I just fell out of the sky. Another voice interjects over Sabira. Oh, is that tmaaz? Who's winning, our team or theirs? Oh, it isn't a competition. Just a moment, tmaaz. There's a bit of rustling over the line before Sabira speaks again. I apologize. I've moved somewhere a bit quieter so we may actually hear each other. I wanted to update you on our progress and check in on yours. Just as a little backstory, I am currently dating both Sabira and Tamala. So that makes the storyline even funnier that the two of them are kind of like back and forth at each other constantly. It's very amusing to me. Oh, and just as a before I get flamed for saying that, in this game, all relationships are polyamorous. Everybody is okay with everybody dating everybody. There are even a brother and sister on here. I think they are the two that they won't date you at the same time. I think, but I may even be wrong about that. But yeah, no one has any qualms about anybody dating anybody. They may make a snide comment or a weird comment. Like there is a boyfriend and girlfriend on here of NPCs. And if you date them both at the same time, they get kind of weirded out by it at first, but then they're totally fine with it. So so it's not like I'm pitting them against each other or something like that. There's just a very funny dynamic between the two of them that is made funnier by the fact that I'm dating both of them. So back to the story. I apologize. I've moved somewhere a bit quieter so we may actually hear each other. I wanted to update you on our progress and check in on yours. We've successfully identified a good item to use for the beast's future in the ritual and are now working on collecting the present. How are things on your end? We give Sabira an update. I see. Hassian mentioned encountering the two of you. The prince and myself. I'm glad to hear you're already halfway there. We should get back to work, but don't forget to call if you need my help. I'll be sure to answer right away. With a click, the line goes silent and the device deactivates. Quest updating, chasing perfection. Okay, so now that we've fallen out of the air and we've talked to one of our two girlfriends, actually we talked to both of them, we can now continue on with the storyline. Echelon is down here. No, we don't need that bug. Where is the staircase? I think it's directly below us. Yeah. Oh no, it's not here. Where is it? Oh, it's over there. Okay. All right, so he's up on that thing. What's the easiest way to float down to him? Probably I gotta get up here. Can't jump up on that wall. Need to get up a little bit higher. There we go. Because I need to bank around this tree. There we go. Alright, there's Echelon. Who else is out here? I thought I saw somebody up there. Yeah, there's somebody up there running around up on the... another player. Oh, they're already on their horse and taking off. Oh, there are some other players out there. Alright.
It's certainly quieter here.
It appears we have encountered yet another problem. That column is where the entrance to Hallward's lab should be. I can guess which echo-infected beast is responsible for this mess, but it does not resolve our situation. Unfortunately, I don't think your pick will do the job this time. There's likely another entrance to the lab around here somewhere. Let's look.
The pleasure's all mine.
I mean, there's a gap underneath there. It really wouldn't be that hard to put some logs underneath here and create a wedge, basically, to roll this over. I mean, that is kind of stuck there, but... okay, so if the entrance is there, I would assume that the other entrance would be along this wall somewhere. Okay, so if it's not under, look through the bushes here. Okay, it's not hidden. So that makes me think that my initial thought process might be right, that it's this... I'm right sure. My initial suspicion that it's this door. And now we can look at it. Okay, earlier we couldn't look at this. I was trying previously to read this message. I'm like, I was using my camera and everything to try to figure this out.
I don't care much
Check.
for sandwiches, unlike my uncle.
Wait. I didn't even have 2 seconds to read that. Good find, now to get it open. Okay, thanks for interrupting. There we go. Check beside... What? Check beside the tree on the cliff and... Can I read it again? No. Okay, that is definitely a bug. That you need to be able to read that. The text is far too quick. Okay, it said something about a tree by the cliff. Is the map just going to show us where it is? No. Quest, rigging the game. Okay, so that's all the way over there. This quest is still here. I don't even know what that other quest was, rigging the game. A tree by a cliff. Do they mean this? But what tree would have been here thousands of years ago? Do they mean that? I define cliff. And since this entire place looks totally different than it did then. Yeah, okay. Minor glitch in the storyline here. This tree? No. Okay, but the indicator, the compass above my head is glowing quickly as if I'm close. Okay, so we need to get up there. We'll go this way. Wait, is it blinking even faster? Or is that my imagination? How do I get up there? Tree by the cliff. Okay, now it stopped. So now I'm farther away. Tree by the cliff. Hold on. I don't do this very often, but because of the scenario of I literally couldn't read the entire thing, I'm actually going to look this up online. Palia storyline note on door, look by tree. What does the note say? Something about look by tree. Okay, here we go. Found a page. Let's see. Quests. Chasing. Okay. Note on the door. Okay. Check beside the tree by the cliff and stop forgetting your keys. Check beside the tree by the cliff. Check beside. Check beside the tree. Yeah, small problem is that a tree now wouldn't be a tree then. Tree by the cliff. And also, clearly, the way all of this architecture is laid out, the cliffs aren't even in the same place anymore. Okay, so not here. Tree by the cliff. Tree. Let's see what's in the amber there. Tree by the cliff. Oh. Okay, still blinking. Tree by the cliff. We already looked at that tree, looked at that tree. We looked at that tree. Tree by the cliff. There's not a hell of a lot of trees out here. Oh. Okay, the marker turned off again. Okay, so it is within this bowl somewhere. That's a bug. Nothing here. Okay, so trees one by one. We're at the top. We looked at that tree. We looked at that tree. We looked at that tree and that tree. Those are all the trees. Those are all the trees within the circle. There's only 4 of them. Wait, what's this? That's got to be a different quest. A tree by the cliff. Search this area. Okay, yeah, so I think the problem is the fact that there wouldn't, whatever cliff and whatever tree would have been there previously would not be there any longer. So it's just got to be somewhere in here, randomly. Okay, I don't see anything sparkling in here. Now, I'm guessing because this is a quest item, that when we see it, it's going to have like a little white sparkle to it. So at this point, all I'm looking for is that white sparkle. Let's check this again. Well, there's that. That didn't say press before. Okay. You press the button with a satisfying click. Enter Hallward's lab. Okay, yeah, so the problem is yeah, there's a lot of problems with that, storyline wise, etc. Oh, thanks. Yeah, the problem is that tree wouldn't have been there when the timeline. So this cliff and that tree, and the fact that that button is all the way up here on a wall that is, oh, I'm guessing 20, 30 feet tall. None of this would have been there then. So yeah, the storyline wise, this kind of takes you out of the game because that wouldn't have been there. That wouldn't have been there. That whole bit doesn't seem to work, but all right, we'll look over that part. We'll just keep going. So I'm assuming now that the door is open. because we still can't get in there. Yeah, okay, so we can go in now. All right, His Highness has joined us. This is also one thing that has really surprised me. And I know Singularity 6 is on a rush to try to get this game out and stuff. But the fact that all of these rooms are virtually identical is kind of a bummer. I wish they would have made each one of these individually designed instead of all looking virtually identical.
I don't care much for sandwiches, unlike my uncle.
Echelon silently stares at a sliding puzzle as if it is his personal nemesis. Hallward Enfield was the least creative of the Enfield siblings, and this stands as a testament to that. Oh. He is obsessed with physical fitness and creating the perfect male form. I cannot explain why he chose men for his fervor. Perhaps he simply found their form more pleasing. Regardless, the results were predictable. He died young from his own experiments and left nothing of any import behind. Wow. Holy cow. That's kind of an awful thing to say about someone who's passed. I don't know, that kind of bugs me. Now please solve this puzzle so I do not have to keep looking at it.
Call on me if you need anything.
Alright, first we're going to look around the room really quick. To all applicants for perfection research, please solve the following sliding puzzle to gain access to the facility. I'm afraid if you aren't clever enough to solve this, my perfection serum would be a waste on you. Wow. Wow. Okay. So, speaking poorly of the dead. Hallward, I'm writing to express my dismay at being dismissed from your research for, and I quote, specimen's lack of care for his bodily temple. Not only am I one of your most qualified researchers, having completed a full doctorate in macrobiology at the Bahari Institute, but I am also perfectly healthy, having passed every test you administered. I do have to wonder if my dismissal has less to do with my health and more to do with the fact that I lack the aesthetic you prefer for your research associates. I apologize if my bicep and pectoral measurements don't meet your exacting standards. Wow. No longer yours, Dorian. Okay, so I would just go ahead and like to retract what I said earlier about Mr. Enfield. Apparently he was a shallow ass. So all right, so well, so the puzzle's solved. I'm assuming when I press the button it's going to scramble because it's solved already. Yeah, okay. And again, not to be nitpicky, but this is the same puzzle in the other castle. We've already done this puzzle. So yeah, kind of frustrating, but and the door opens. I will give Singularity 6 a lot of credit. The doors in all of these secret places, that door mechanism is beautiful. can't give them enough credit for that. That's really cool. So I do enjoy that. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's the same puzzle used previously. Yeah, same cave, same everything. The phoenix in here, tipped over. Same pipe leaking water in.
Uncle Kenley speaks of you often, you know.
You must be used to hearing this by now, but well done. When this is all over, I'll recommend Sabria give you a hefty bonus. Yeah, I don't get paid for this. Huh? I assumed you were being compensated by the order. Why else would you be here? I just like to help. I get snacks and furniture. That is the best answer. To uncover ancient secrets. I have nothing better to do. So we have snarky answer, funny answer, what I would usually answer, and a flippant answer. So to uncover ancient secrets. Now there's a motivation I can understand quite well. I find nothing so infuriating as a mystery. And I always swiftly deal with the things I find infuriating. Meow. That's spoken like royalty. And I don't mean that in a good way. Now, I believe we can safely assume Hallward's vault is unlocked via hydroflow. If you'll fetch a mask, I'll familiarize myself with the writings in here. Masked hydroflow creatures should congregate near areas of water. Hey boss, I got a whole stack of masks with me already. Nope, I am A-okay right where I am. Let's read this. Perfection program, 1 a.m. Wake up, inject 2 vials of hydroflow. They were injecting the water into their biceps? Cold plunge into the lake. Run laps around the lake. Skincare routine. Breakfast, shake made from pureed ormu liver and Ogapu embryo. Liver and eggs. Raw, basically. Lift weights. Meditation workshop with Hallward. Report to research facility for work. Lunch. Unseasoned pecky meat, broccoli, and whole grain rice. Well, at least that sounds like a decent meal. It's basically like stir fry, like meat, broccoli, and rice. That sounds pretty good. Return to work. At 1, leave work. Well, that's a short day. Hold on, when do they go to work? At 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So work 5 hours, have a 15-minute lunch, and then only work for another 45 minutes and leave work. So like 5, not even 6 hours. Okay. 1:15 afternoon skincare routine. And then at 5 p.m. dinner, 10 steaks and a raw egg. 10 steaks. So basically, we've got broccoli, meat, more meat, egg, breakfast is this is just almost an entirely pure protein diet. Yeah, you would not, you would need more than just rice and broccoli to complement all the protein in this. It's just pure protein. Your body would not be happy with that. So 5:30, personal meditation. 8:15, report to the manor for mandatory socialization. No eating, drinking, or negative thoughts allowed. And that's for an hour. Lights out. Huh. Yeah, I think I might have lasted approximately 5 minutes. And I would have left. Experimental logs. I've discovered that the ancients used hydroflow markings to extend their lives. Not only this, they also consumed it to unlock their latent potential. I have recreated a beverage that I believe simulates what they used to consume. I've used the flow accelerator to combine equal parts water and flow. The resulting beverage is a delicious, energizing brew that tastes of lemon, perhaps lime. It's 7-Up. So, so I love to think that hydroflow is actually 7-Up. So far, my research goes well. I've recruited 100 participants in my clinical trials. Only 33 have only a third of them have perished. The remaining 2/3 are all in good health. Average bicep radius has grown by 15%. I'm sorry, radius? So 30% increase in diameter? That's crazy. Okay. So these guys had like mutant biceps. Imagine your bicep nearly 50% larger than it is right now. That's bonkers. Okay. Let's see. Log number 3. Tried increasing the participants' hydroflow intake by 500%. Geez, 60 participants, 59 participants died. The remaining 8, however, have begun to develop magnificent flow-based abilities. Of those 8, 7 appear to have some manner of control. Basil has floated off into the sky. Perhaps eventually he will come down. Oh, poor Basil. So he has essentially killed off all but 7 of his quote-unquote experiments. In this day and age, this guy'd be locked up. Holy cow. Log number 4. I believe I have perfected the serum to allow myself to receive the benefits without the risk of an early demise. I have taken the prescribed dosage and will report my findings tomorrow. It is now time to reach my full potential and achieve perfection. No further reports were made. And then he ended up doing it to himself. Wow. Sometimes people are driven to their own demise by their greed. Right, these machines look like they're in pretty good shape. Yeah, they're completely clean. Nice. Okay. They're turned off, but they're clean. Okay, so good thing we have all those masks with us. All right, a note on Hallward's relic. Perfection is a measure of potential. The bearer of this ring shall increase the potential of whatever tools they wield. Okay, so we got another ring. Perfection is a measure of potential. The bearer of this ring shall increase the potential. So whatever tool I'm using, if I'm wearing that ring, basically it's a buff. the potential, not the status quo, but basically it's a I'm trying to think of the word for it, like in D&D terms. It's not an automatic buff. It's a I don't the word potential just keeps coming to mind, but basically it's a percentage roll. You don't know what the percentage is, but you have a percentage of potentially getting more. Okay, so let's look at our inventory. We got Royal Heather. We got this Amadeus crest. I think I already have this, but we will go double check. We got 5 gold. We're going to put that into the smelter. We have 6 rocks. We're going to throw those away. We have 8 jadium. And I picked up a bright shroom just because. We're still good. Okay, we didn't lose or gain anything in there. Note on Howard's relic. The communication device. A ring with a pale blue stone inset. The sigil is in the middle, is faded and unreadable. Okay. Okay, so we now have 3 rings? Why is this one in here and none of the other ones are? Because Eloine's, there's another ring that's missing, the other one. Yeah, the Bellefontine's ring isn't in here. It's here. I wonder why. I wonder why these aren't kept here with your equipment. So this one gives us a small bonus to non-echo resources. The one we're wearing gives us a boost in echo regardless of what we're picking up. And this one gives us, what did it say? It increases the potential of the tools. So whichever tool we're using, because I have all exquisite tools, I deal the most damage and can mine everything. So basically that plus that, I would get like the maximum quantity, I guess, of a potential output. Okay, just as an FYI, it looks like we do have an ad break coming up for those who are watching on Twitch. Just a reminder that if you have a free Prime sub laying around, if you use that, you don't have to deal with the ads anymore. Unfortunately, I can't control the ads. I have them turned down as low as they'll go, but they still come up. And the only way to get past it is to either use Turbo, which gives you no ads anywhere on Twitch, or you can use Prime subscription, which is free. You can subscribe once a month to any channel for free using Prime, or just by subbing the normal way. But just some information. But yeah, the ads are starting, so I do apologize. I will try not to do anything important. Oh, and Frosty's going to do a little trivia. That's nice. All right. So let's see. So we did that. Okay, now, oh, shoot, the ads are going. I don't want to walk over to Echelon while the ads are going. All right, let's look back in here for a second. I can't change this here. I have to change it when I'm back at the main stables. I think that's the rule, isn't it? If I click on this. Oh, no, it let me change it. Hold on. So if I go here and I put that there, why can't I put it on? I'm really confused. Why can't I? Wait, that says quest item. This says equipment. Okay. Okay. Odd. Curious. We're gonna hold off for just a bit here. There's still ads going on. That's very interesting. All right. So if I can't use that, yeah, it says it's a quest item. Equipment, equipment. Oh yeah, here are the pins for the two romance pins I have on. I have Tamala's pin on and Sabira's pin. In the storyline of the game, wearing a pin is like going steady with somebody, basically, like wearing the ring. Like, you know, some high school, I don't even know if they do that anymore in high school. When I was in high school, if you gave someone your class ring, it meant you were like going steady. I don't know if they still do that anymore, or if that's a thing, or I don't even know if kids have class rings anymore. Okay, it looks like we're back from the ad break. Kind of went off on a tangent or random thought process. I was mentioning the fact that we have the romance pins here of Sabira and Tamala, the two characters that I am in a relationship with. And when you're in a relationship with somebody, you can exchange pins in this game to show everyone that you're in a relationship with these people. And I said, I guess it's much like when you would exchange class rings in high school. And then I stopped and said, I don't even know if people do that anymore. When I was in high school and you gave a girl or a guy, whoever, if you gave them your class ring, that meant that you were like going steady, like you were exclusive in an exclusive relationship with them. And a lot of times the girl would do the same. The girl would give the guy, again, girl or guy, whatever, they would give the other person their ring. But a lot of times if it was a guy and a girl's ring is much smaller than a guy could even ever possibly wear. And so a lot of guys who dated girls would wear the girl's ring on a necklace. It would just hang off the necklace because there was no way to fit it on your fingers. And so, yeah, so those of us who were dating girls would often wear their rings on our necklaces. Anyway, ooh, that was a long roundabout story. While the ad break was on, I did realize something. We were sitting here looking at these other rings that I've gotten, and if you look at it, Eloine's ring, down here in the descriptor, at the very bottom it says uncommon equipment. And when we open the other relics, the Bag of Illusion says legendary equipment. Bellefontain's, I keep messing up their name. And I mentioned this before, but in the local area here in St. Louis, there is an area of town, a neighborhood, I guess, like a borough, called Bellefontaine. It's a French name. A lot of St. Louis was settled by the French, and so a lot of things here are French. And and we pronounce all of it horribly. The French people, it makes them sad. Like there's a town called Crèvecoeur, which in French is broken heart, but I'm saying it very, very wrong. I'm saying it the way we say it here, not the way you actually say Crèvecoeur, because the way you actually say it sounds like you're clearing your throat. But anyway, we have an area here called Bellefontaine, and I keep seeing this person's name, which is Bellefontaine, and my brain keeps saying Bellefontaine, and that's not right. That's why I keep stumbling over this. So Bellefontaine's blessing, also uncommon equipment. So equipment. This new ring we just got says quest item. I can't put this on. I can't drag it up here. I can't. It doesn't. Nothing happens. I can't. So either I have a feeling the prince guy over there, Echelon, is going to take this from me. Which is why I didn't turn around and go talk to him yet, because if there's something that's about to happen in the storyline, I wanted to make sure we were all here together. So, let's go ahead and find out what's going on with this ring we just acquired. Hey, buddy. What's shaking?
Well, I trust.
Yeah, you know. This ring requires an infusion of, you guessed it, hydroflow. And hydroflow is primarily found in fish? Blood? Well, it's not blood. Fish. Very good. Your path tutor must have been very proud. Though I suppose you didn't have one. Lucky you. I was about to say path tutor? I don't have one of those. I'll repair the hydroflow extractor. Let me know when you've collected enough fish and amber echo. I'll repair the hydroflow extractor. Let me know when you've... Oh, so more quests. Masked hydroflow creatures should congregate near areas of water.
Until next time.
Okay, we have plenty of amber echo already because we've been wearing the ring that boosts our amber echo output. Catch fish from the Royal Highlands. Oh, we just have to catch 5 fish. That's not bad. We could probably go do that in the puddle that's outside here in this auditorium or amphitheater. Okay, so he didn't take the ring away from us. So maybe I can hear the water flowing on the other side of this wall. Is he going to let me get up there so I can fish in there? No. There's, if you look back there, there's water right back there. You can see it. But I guess it's not going to let us get to that. So apparently he's going to help us fix the ring, probably using this machine. And when he does that, is he going to give the ring back to us? That is what I am curious about. Okay, so 5 fish. Where's that little puddle? Hey, another bright shrimp. For some reason, those grow here fairly plentifully. All right, small puddle. Oh, somebody's already fishing over here. Let's go stand next to them. What's her name? Brigid O'Connor. That's a pretty name. I probably pronounced that wrong. Ragdoll sturgeon. Oh, she got a chest. Another ragdoll sturgeon. Silly fin. Got a plus or ×3 multiplier. So anything we get should be a pretty good fish out of here. That's another silly fin. What'd they get? Yeah, silly fin. Okay, we're up to 4. Another silly fin. Well, this one's trying to get away. Alright, we're up to 5-time multiplier. Another silly fin. Oh, they got a big fish. Nice. Yeah, so 5-time multiplier. They gonna fish again? Nope, they're gonna run away. Alright, well, thanks for fishing with me. I appreciate it. Nice person. If you play Palia as well and you see Bridget running around, be sure to say hi. And be nice. Highlands sturgeon. They are one of the friendly players on here. Okay, we have plenty of fish. If I'm being a completionist, I feel like I should have 5 of the same fish. So I'm going to try to get one more silly fin. So that I give him 5 of the same fish. because it's me. Yeah. That's how I roll. Weirdly. With one wheel that doesn't quite work right. So let's see. We have ragdoll sturgeon, Highland sturgeon. Oh, I thought those were the same. Okay, so 2, 2, and 4. Are we going to be able to get 5 of a kind? Which in poker would be known as cheating, because there's only 4 suits. And silly fin. We got 5 silly fin. All right. Let's take these back to Mr. Prince Echelon. And we shall see. Okay, the door has reopened. That is so cool. Great sound, too. Great sound. All right. Hey, bud.
Apologies. I was lost in thought.
How may I be of service? Let's charge Hallward's relic. Of course, if you'll hand me the required ingredients. For the third time, you watch Echelon infuse a relic with elemental flow, followed by amber echo. According to Hallward's records, I almost said records. According to the records, this relic should unlock your own physical potential. You'll find yourself handling your tools with more skill than before. Unfortunately, it seems like his research resulted in a little more than a skilled blacksmith could accomplish. Pity to die for such a thing. Yeah. It seems our time together is coming to an end, as the next relic is our last. A shame. I'm already accustomed to your competence. It will be difficult to go without. You could always move to Kilima. You'd have to fight Sabira for me. While true, I don't think I'm going to say that because I don't want to put into his head the idea that is an option. You need better friends? Wow. I'm sorry. Why would I apologize? Okay, I don't feel a need to apologize. There's nothing to apologize for. This seems crass. This gives the wrong impression. So I think you could always move to Kilima. Stay in Kilima. That would be far more difficult, I'm afraid. I wonder why. The last relic should be somewhere inside the Enfield Manor grounds, where this all began. I'll see you there. New special item. Hallward's Blessing. Chasing perfection, the quest is complete.
Send on Eshe my regards.
And Echelon vanishes. Okay, so... interesting. Did y'all see what happened? I collected 5 of these, and instead it took the 2 of the other, and then 1 of the sillyfin. What an odd thing. I'm also glad that I didn't have other fish in my hand that maybe I needed to keep or something, because it didn't actually let me tell him what I wanted to give him. It just took it from me. So that is very interesting. Okay, so we'll move that down as a sellable item. We're going to hold on to that. Now let's look in our quest items. And the ring is no longer here. Nor is the scroll. The scroll is also gone. And the ring is now here. Signet ring once owned by Hallward Enfield, who sought physical perfection at all cost. Increases the effectiveness of all tools by a small amount. Interesting. Plants. Terraflow. Hydroflow. The ring I'm wearing. Now that's interesting. This one's different. Because the other 2 rings are Terra and Hydra. Hydro, not Hydra. So that would leave fire and air as the other 2. But her ring is amber instead of one of the other 2 elements. Very interesting. Just a little, I guess, a note to put in our back pocket. Okay, so oh, no map available because we're inside the secret layer. So I guess there is no reason for us to come back because each one of these, the chest is opened and we've done, I mean, these books, if you hadn't read them, I guess, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it'll let us come back down here once this is done. I don't know if we'll have a reason to come back down here. Okay, so now that we're out here, we're going to take a quick look here. There's a marker over the steps of Renova. Why? Because the storyline is back there. What's here? I'm also wondering, before we go traipsing all the way back over there for this quest, should I instead go see what this is and then go up this way and we'll just clear out all the hunting while we're here? Because we still haven't completely searched this whole area. So I could technically come over here, we could look at all this, make our way back over, and then pick back up on the storyline. We have plenty of time. So, what do you think? I think it's worth it. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So that means we're gonna hop over here. What time is it? It's 8 o'clock in the morning in game. All right, we're come up. We're gonna whip around the corner here. All right, and we need to face, this is due east. Okay, so somewhere like here, it's wanting us to look around. There's a marker for something. No, we've already got one of those. I get turned around in this map. It took me a minute to get used to Elderwood. Elderwood, I constantly am facing the wrong direction. Even having the compass at the top of the screen, figuring out the directions in Elderwood, yeah, I am constantly going the wrong way. Here, when I'm outside, I'm feeling a little better, but for some reason, Elderwood feels very... Yeah, I get turned around in there constantly. All right, I'm not seeing... Let's look up here. I don't see anything sparkly. We're basically right in the middle of this area. Look down. I don't see anything down there. We've already collected that chest. I don't see anything down there. Can we even... Oh, maybe we can get up that high. Let's see. Is that ledge... That ledge might be tall enough for us to stop and take a break on. Hopefully, otherwise we're about to fall back down. Nope. Yep. I hate it when that happens. Okay, I think this is a ledge we could get. There we go. You need a ledge that you could stop on to catch your breath and then keep going. Oh, that was funny. Okay, let's see. We'll look around a little bit more. I'm not... We already got the chest that was up there. see. I don't see anything back there. There's nothing down in that gap. Well, that's pretty. Is that what it wanted me to find? No, that's outside the circle. I'm already at the... up here? What does it want me to find? There's nothing up here either. Alright, where are we in relation to the circle? Okay, we're on the very edge of it. So if we turn that way, we're facing into the circle? Yes, okay, we're facing into the circle. We're on the very edge of it. What am I missing? So we'll go this way around the edge of the circle. There's nothing there, nothing there. So this is about the other edge of the circle, isn't it? No, I'm halfway across. Okay. I don't see anything. Okay, now I'm at the other edge of the circle. Nope. I don't know. Don't see anything down here. That's just a bug. Okay, nothing under that. There's nothing on the walls. No. Is something hiding in the bushes? No. I'm kind of at a loss here. Yeah, that's already empty. What is it trying to tell me? It's still here. There's something here I'm missing. Did I look on top of that? What's on top of that? I know, but that's outside the circle. And when I first came up to the Highlands, up to the northern part, I found that chest up there. So I know about that, and it's already gone. So it wouldn't be flagging me. It never flags you for those hidden chests. So yeah, I already collected that. Is there something? No, there's nothing on top of that pillar. What am I missing? No, there's nothing down there. Oh. Okay. That is a very close-up view of my forehead. Am I? Okay, I'm stuck. Hold on. Unstuck me. Thank you. Let's try that again. Is there something on top of... Maybe the marker's just off? Here, let's zoom down. I'm as zoomed in as I can be. Yeah, I'm already way outside the circle. There's something here, and I'm missing it. The circle goes all the way around that first... It goes all the way around this first... There's nothing up here. There's nothing below it. What am I missing? I am so confused. There's nothing on the pole. Is there something hiding? Hey, we're already outside the circle here. I don't know, you guys. I'm clearly missing something. Something is here that it wants me to find, and I don't see anything sparkling. I don't see anything to pick up to use any of my tools on. I don't see like a what do you call it? The little mound of dirt where you can dig in to get a like loot. I don't see any of that here. I'm wondering if this is a false trigger of some kind. Because I don't see anything there. So what quests am I on? Okay, the guiding light is... Turn that off. Highlands stables. Sabir has asked you to find all the stables in the Highlands. Find the stable by the amphitheater. Okay, so is there supposed to be a stable here? So there's that. There's Sugarfoot. Guiding light I turned off. Cats in the cradle. Echelon says that the last key should be somewhere on the palace grounds. Okay, so again, that's not where we are. That's all the way on the other side of the map. What is this? This has got to be a glitch or something. Because we have searched all of this, and there's literally nothing here. There's nothing to even use any of my tools on. There's no animals to hunt. There's no... Steps of Renova. Yeah, I don't know. Something's screwy. That makes a funny noise. Okay, sorry. All right, so yeah, we're gonna keep going because I'm very confused. I don't see anything here that we can do or touch or pick up, or there's nothing to pickaxe, there's no plants to pick. There's just nothing here. Yeah, don't know. Okay, so we will move on. We haven't checked out this little... Yeah, we have. Because we did... Let's zoom... Whoa, zoomed way too far out. Yeah, because we did the bottom row and we did the middle row. So we've looked at all this. So we need to go basically the exact direction we were facing. Up there. Okay, if I jump across here, I should have enough to get up on that ledge. Did I? Yeah, I jumped. Yeah, okay. I remember that because I jumped up on that thing. I jumped down to there. And as I was about to go over here, I realized I turned around and there was a chest hidden back underneath there. And I was like, holy cow. I was like, I would have never found that if I hadn't accidentally turned around. Is that a flotato down there right above my head? If it is, that is actually worth jumping all the way down there to get. Can I not look? Can I not look down any? There we go. Is that a flotato? No, that's onion, wild onion. Okay. Glad I didn't jump. But what is that over there? Now I feel like there's all kinds of stuff down there. Yeah, it's an onion. What is that? That's also an onion. But we can replenish some of our amber. Well, that was ginger. That, on the other hand, might be a flotato. Nope, garlic. Royal heather. Golden fern, royal wisteria. Animals. I don't need any more of the flowers. There's a masked deer. Here, grab that, grab that. I'll go ahead and just eat those. Let's see, number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Can I eat 2? No, I can't eat that. Okay, let's go this way. Where are we in relation to map? I think we're right at the corner of the next of the I'm trying to think of the word for it. The lines on the map, the latitude and longitude lines. Oh no, we already crossed over into it. Okay, I thought we were like right there. That was pretty close. Okay, so we'll search this bottom section and then make our way up. Did we? No, we didn't. Okay. I keep the, because there's these little like bits and bobs up here in the corner, it kept making me feel like we had already been here, but we haven't. Okay, so we came up that way. We came along the wall there. I don't see anything up on those cliffs, but I would going to go ahead. Now this is interesting. This is paved. So this was paved by the humans up through there. So this was a well-populated or frequented area. We got up here whitestone, more jadium. Into this valley. More heather. More garlic, making me think it's a flotato. Grab that. Jadium. Can I go up there? No. We're at the edge. So to my right. I don't see what the map sees. Hold on. It's saying there's like a crevice back here. And I'm looking at a brick wall. Is there something hidden back here? Is there some kind of secret passage? Like with the cave in the Elderwood? So I can't climb this. Wait, stand right there. No, it's saying it's to my left now. What am I missing here? Yeah, there's this whole section. That is, from what I can tell, physically impossible for me to get to. Because you can't climb this, the dark stone. Those are border stones. They're unclimbable. Yeah, see, if I try to climb them, I just slide along the front. Can my horse climb up this? No. El Diablo is offended I even asked. Okay. Curious about this. Because it is marked as if I could get up there. Way up there. And that doesn't seem to be feasibly possible. Interesting. Okay, so I'm up here. Got this cute little valley here. Be a great place to put a house. What's inside there? More iron. Okay. That was an interesting noise. There's another random piece of furniture. Decline. That's funny. I picked that garlic out and didn't even see that table sitting there. I was staying right next to it. More garlic. Golden ferns. More garlic. More heather. Oh, it's the disco deer. He's right above my head. Yeah. Right there. We got a really good shot of him. Let's see, is it still in here? Yeah, he was standing like right next to us. Why? Oh, I can't like... Oh, view. Yeah, I got a pretty great shot of him. I think this one might be even closer. Yeah. Okay, anyway, sorry. got distracted for a second. But we are not after the disco deer today. We are foraging, we are looking. Whoop! Didn't see the non-disco deer. That was even closer. Let's see, where are we in relation to the map? Okay, so we came up here, we went around this whole thing, we went down here, we found the coffee table. Directly behind us, there looks like there's a wall. So flip around. Another character. Not a character, another player. What was I seeing? Oh, maybe that? No, it's to my left. Interesting. Wonder what this would have been in human times. Yeah. I've said it before and I'll probably say it again a million times. I really hope Singularity at some point comes out with essentially like a time machine where we can see what this looked like in the humans' heyday. Because I love the way it is, but I would love to see what it was. It's just so cool to me. Right. Nothing under here. Are we still within our zone? Yeah, but we're about to walk out of it. So we need to stay here on the east side of that. That plant is sparkling. Just more heather. Unlock vault. That is wind. We do still have one aeroflow mask left. All that was in there was royal wisteria. I just used a mask for royal wisteria. I'm a little upset right now. Come on. I guess I could get my aeroflow back. Oh, he's gonna run. He took off down into the valley. That's cheating. Oh, come on. Good grief. Oh. Did you all see that? He just like glitched. Oh, now I'm mad. now I'm mad. Let's sit here and burn through a truckload of arrows for them to just glitch out and leave. Come on. Yeah, he bolted too. All right, how far off track did we get? That looks like a camp. Or what could be a camp. See if I get a mask back. Trying to get that mask back. I get one? No mask. Well, now that's interesting. We have a tree floating in midair. Oh, come on. How many shots did I have to... Look, I'm not chasing these guys all over the Kingdom Come. And once again, I shot and they noped out. Okay, that is a frustrating glitch in the game. And now they're suddenly back. Okay, where am I? Okay, I'm back in the other spot. Let's go back to where we need to be. I need to be up there. Oh, no. Come on. It's so frustrating when it does that. Stand there, get all the juice. Stand there, get all the juice. Good grief. Float across. There we go. Okay, big spire here. Nothing around it.